So you want to be better at Risk? Playing Fog is probably the hardest thing in Risk you can do. In this 9-minute guide, I'll tell you everything you need to know to be able to see through Fog. This isn't magic, this is map awareness. Clock up and let's go. First thing you always need to do is at the beginning of the game, you need to check and study the board. Let's see what caps we see. Purple cap, we see red cap, orange cap, white cap. So we're lacking green and black player cap. Try to remember more or less where the troops are. Thanks to this, you will more or less could deduct where these players will go, right? White most likely will go for Iceland and UK. Orange will go Central Europe or Scandi. Red most likely will go Spain or West Africa and so on. Second thing, you need to follow player movements every single turn, especially in the beginning when your vision of the board is the best. So green is one of those players that we don't know where the cap is. Let's see if we can deduct from his movements where his cap may be. So green goes down, he sees our cap. So what is he doing now? He's going down. That's already a tell, right? Now he ends his attack and fortifies. This means that his cap is most likely Greece or Istanbul. Third thing you need to follow is how many troops every player gets every turn. So now it's green's turns again. We see he has 6, which means he has 12 to 14 territories, right? Because at 12 you get additional troop. 5 troops from cap and one additional troop to having 12 to 14 territories. If he would have 15, it means he would get 7. And so on. Like every 3, you get additional 1 troop per territories you have. We know that white took Iceland, which means white will get at least 5 from his cap plus 2 from Iceland. Most likely red went for Spain, which means he will have 5 from cap and 4 additional troops for keeping Spain, which means he will have 9 next turn. Like you just have to memorize or just check the bonuses all the time so you will know who has what, right? Like I already know, like I can close by eyes, and if you tell me someone got plus 13 let's say turn 1, I will tell you like 99% it's a guy that has Eastern Europe because it's 8 plus 5. If you're playing classic caps, it's even easier, right? Someone has plus 7, then you know he either has 2 caps or he has South America or he has Australia. And if you're not playing caps, then you're gonna have plus 5 if you have South America, or plus 5 if you have Australia, 8 plus Europe, or North America, plus 6 Africa, and so on. You'll just play and you'll get the hang of it. So fourth thing, I've already said, the amount of territories and how many troops. This is also really important if you're thinking about going for kills. If a person gets plus 5, it means that he only has a cap and maximum of 11 territories. This is crucial if you want to go for kills. Of course, some maps are tricky, like command base, where the map is so massive that sometimes you can have plus 15 without having a bonus because you can have so many territories. That's really tricky map. So fifth thing, check how your enemies are placing their troops. We just saw green got plus 6, he placed 5 troops here out of the 6. Let's see what he's going to do with them. And keep this in mind because this is going to be really important in just a second. So he clears this. We check his attack. He clears this too. He failed or he didn't. That's another story, right? But he most likely cleared. So he has this, and this territory in Stern. Green has plus 6, which means, again, he has 12 to 14 territories. Now, we already have no vision of the Orient. So now what we're going to do, we're going to count the attacks, and that's what you need to do in Fog. He's placing his troops. 1, 2, 3, 4, most likely, 5, 6, 7. And he stops. This way we can deduct with high degree of certainty, he just took Orient, turn 2. And this is why it's so important to follow and count attacks for players like this. And this is a pro tip for you. If you meet an aggressive player like green in this point, and you're almost certain he took Orient, and you know that in order to take Orient, the first and the second turn, he had to place most, if not all, of his troops that he gained to these territories in order to get them. This means that his cap, wherever it may be, is weak. Taking all those informations, what you're going to do? You're going to go and check if your assumptions are right. And there we go. He took Orient and his cap is weak. And you can easily take advantage and punish the aggressive player. Also, take a notice that taking caps is very good at the very beginning on those first 3 turns of the game. Because if you look at the left top corner, round 3, you don't see the cap changes, which I will go into in just a second. which means no one knows that I took green's cap in this game, besides obviously green and myself. And those 3 first turns are really great places to be really sneaky, aggressive, try to steal those caps, make some moves. Number 6, paying attention to camp changes. Here, left top corner, we see that someone has 2 out of 6 caps. I know this from the game, it's white. And you have to look at this every single turn to have a better understanding of what's going on the map. This is a perfect example of this, so let's see. White is here, but we don't see anything. We have 0 vision. There you go. It changed. This means white has now 3 caps, which means he's going very strong. At this moment in this game, I'm like, okay, I need to put everything on my 10 and go into white because he's fighting and he's taking the advantage and he's going to have the entire right side of the board in just a second. Because I'm studying the changes all the time, what happens? Next player goes by, Mr. Orange, and what do we see? All of a sudden, we see he's pushing back, even though we don't see anything on the right side. And boom, now we know he managed to take away white's 1 cap. Why is this important? Without seeing, I know what's going on the right side. They're fighting each other. Orange is still managing to fight white. He will most likely lose the battle, but not for now, which means I can just put everything and go for the left side and become even bigger instead of going into those guys just yet. They'll keep on fighting at least 1 or 2 more turns. Then when they are super weak, we strike. And that's exactly what happened in this game, right? I go on the other side, I take another cap, get some bonuses, break the bot, everything is good. And now what happens? Here comes Mr. White. He has, again, 3 caps. He's going really fast, right? You can see the attacks. He has 4 cap and he gets the kill. Now I know, okay, first of all, he's weak. All this fighting, 100%, he was putting all the troops into this fight. His caps are weak, he's weak. It's the moment to strike. We got stronger because we waited additional turn. So we go and boom, 1 empty cap. We just took it. Another empty cap. Thank you very much. And basically the game is over. That's why it's so super important to check for those cap changes every single time. The next, one of the most important things, not only in caps, but especially in World Dom, 70% zombies. Check how much troop the enemy players are getting and how they place it. So this is an example. Yellow player gets +3. We see a lot of yellow. And we see he put everything here. If this happens once or twice, this is most likely all of that player, in this case the bot, and you can easily go for a kill. So be aware of the troop placement and how much they place, how much can you see, all on different stacks. Number 8, if you're struggling or you're uncertain about something, or you just simply want to get even more information, go for a run. Take your cap, or a big stack if your cap is closed, and simply go around the board as much as you can to get the idea. Where are the caps placed? How much they have, your enemies on their caps, what's going on? Because sometimes you can't see everything, right? And don't worry, break their bonuses. In fact, it's a really good strategy because then they will most likely reciprocate, which means they will break your bonus, which means they will open up your cap. And now you have a way better understanding and division of the map. And you're just in a really great position to just go for kills. Number 9, this is basically 2 in 1. Why bonuses don't matter? I mean, of course, besides fixed. Kill guards are way more important for you and anyone else that is a good player than any bonus can ever be. This is an example of it. So I have a black kill guard, a green kill guard, and red kill guard if need be. So the last thing, I wonder if you guess what it might be. Don't emote. Simple as that. And look for the emotes. Check this guy. So yellow and green and red are fighting on top all the time. Now, yellow set in, most likely will go into green. And green is emoting like crazy. Because he knows I have the kill guard here. The yellow will most likely not get. But if it would be a different player, not me, or some different situation, this is basically just showing, oh, I'm so dead, but I'm in another place, you won't get me. It just tells you or me or anyone else in the lobby, yeah, they're fighting, this guy is almost dead, I can remove him and get a free kill basically. So don't do it and look for emotes. If you didn't see, my FFA round 5 game is a perfect example of it. A really good player emoted like crazy, which led me believe he got fed even more. And instead of picking a different play, I went for him, losing my game and his game at the same time. So keep that in mind. The importance of kill guards and emoting. Yellow ends his attack, he didn't find green, and we are getting a free kill on green, led into black and everyone else, just to show you. Boom. And this is all you need to know to be able to see through fog. If you're gonna just master and play enough, figure these things out, you'll be top 1% of Risk players, no doubt about it. This might be my last guide. I think I've covered everything. We had the zombies guide, we've talked about kill guards, reverse card block, and other things. Of course, if I've missed something, just let me down in the comments. Perhaps we can make another one if you guys have some ideas. If you found this valuable, smash the subscribe button. It really means and helps a lot. And at 500 subscribers, something very special is coming. Bye.